In this video, we're going to learn about a new way of classifying events. Again, let's start with the sample space. When we toss two coins, that's our favorite example. We have two heads. The first one is heads, the second one is heads, and both of them is tails. Okay, I'm going to list down a few events and you're going to tell me what you think about those events. The first one is two heads. The second one is the first one heads and the second one is tails. The third one, a tails and a heads. And finally, two tails. Alright, what do you think about these events? If the word simple comes to your mind, that's bang on. These events are called simple events. And why are they called simple events? Because all of them, each of them, consist of only one sample point. This event has only one sample point, which is two heads. This event has only one sample point, two tails, and same is the case for the other two. And a sample point is just one point from the sample space. This sample space has 4 points, and if you only take one sample point from it and you call it an event, that event is called a simple event. What about these events? At least one head. How do you get at least one head? You can have both of them as heads. We're talking about at least one, but we can have two. Or you can have exactly one head, the first one or the second one. How many sample points do you see here? Well, let's count. 1, 2, and 3. You have 3 sample points. This is not a simple event. How about this one? At most one head. At most means maximum. So maximum number of heads is 1. Either you can have 0 heads or you can have exactly 1 heads. Again, how many sample points are here? We have 1, 2, 3 sample points. And because these events have more than one sample points, these events are called compound events. These are examples of compound events. Alright, to understand this definition better, let's solve a few examples. Let's practice. I'm going to list down a number of events and you're going to tell me which of them are simple and which of them are compound. Alright, so these are the events. When I throw a die, this is what I get. The first event is an even number. Alright, the next is an even number greater than 4. Then we have a prime number. Then we have a prime number less than 3. Then we have a prime number greater than 3. Then we have neither a prime nor a compound. And finally, we have a multiple of 2 but not 3. So you need some knowledge of arithmetic as well to classify these events. Pause the video, think about these examples, and see you in a minute. Alright, so when you throw a die, what is the sample space that you get? This is what you get. You have these 6 sample points. You can get anything from 1 to 6. When do you get an even number? So there are 3 even numbers, 2, 4, and 6. So this event has 3 sample points, 2, 4, and 6. And because it's not 1, we're going to call this event compound. Let's move to the next one. An even number greater than 4. Let's look at this list and see which number is greater than 4 and is also even. Well, there's only one number. That number is 6. So this event has only one sample point, which means this event is simple. It's an example of a simple event. Let's move to the next one, a prime number. How many numbers are prime here? Well, 2 is prime, 3 is prime, and 5 is prime. So 3 sample points, which means it's a compound event. What about a prime number less than 3? Well, 2 is prime, 1 is not prime. 1 is neither prime nor composite. So this event has only one sample point, which is 2. This means it's a simple event. A prime number greater than 3. Well, there are 3 numbers greater than 3 and only one of them is prime, which is 5. So only one sample point, which means it's a simple event. Neither a prime nor a compound. That's the number 1. It's only one sample point, which means it's a simple event. A multiple of 2 but not 3. There are 3 multiples of 2, 2, 4, and 6. It should not be a multiple of 3, which means we have to rule out 6. We can only pick 2 and 4, but still more than one sample point. That's a compound event. So key thing to note here is even if the words, even if the statements look compound, look complex, look tricky, the events could still be simple. So look at this one, neither a prime nor a compound. Sophisticated language, but it's a simple event because we only have one sample point here. Alright, I hope we got a good practice of classifying events between simple and compound. See you in the next video.